Clintar's their race. It's who they are. It's the planet they come from. Null lets out a loud laugh. Eddie, you are but a simple and trusting host. I see why my children adore you so. You have been lied to for so very long. What you think is their home world is nothing more than the largest host of symbiotes in the galaxy trying desperately to keep their greatest secret. Do you see the shape of it now? Do you understand? There is no planet of symbiotes. Clintar is their word for cage. It is where I am right now, where I have been sleeping for eons. I am there, imprisoned, and now I am here piloting this. What do you call it, the Grendel? But now, their god is awake and God is coming home. When the Grendel is complete, the dragon symbiote, when I find its missing parts, it will come for me, the real me, and it will free me from the Clintar. I will finish what I began. I will be rid of this dark kingdom of invasive light once and for all, starting with Earth. Just then, Spider-Man, aka Miles Morales, jumps in, punching Null with his venom fist, freeing Eddie from his grasp, and as Null begins to reform, he asks, "Do you think you've won? You are nothing!" Spider-Man runs up to one of the walls, ripping and tearing it open, and when he looks inside, he says, Oh God, no! Spider-Man watches as the giant black symbiote dragon Grendel soars over the earth searching for what Null is searching for. A few moments later, Eddie begins to open up his eyes, but Venom tells him, "Don't be afraid." Eddie begins to look around and he finds himself plummeting to Earth right next to Spider-Man. He asks, "What the hell?" Spider-Man tells him, "Yeah, it was either this or we stay in the belly of a symbiote dragon, so I'm here to call." Venom then says, "You need to listen." And Eddie yells, "Not now! Does Spider-Man have some kind of web parachute?" And Spider-Man yells, "That's the wrong Spider-Man! Can't you do a Venom thing?" And Eddie shouts, "I don't know how!" And Venom screams, "Listen! Grab the spider and go limp! Do it now!" Eddie says, "Wait, why do you sound different?" And Venom tells him, "I will explain later. Trust me, we've got you, Eddie." Eddie grabs Spider-Man, and giant wings sprout out of his back, and Spider-Man asks, "You can fly?" Eddie tells him, "It's news to us too. Thanks for the assist back there. Just keep your head down for now." Eddie safely drops Miles off, and Miles yells, "Hey, get back here!" And as he tries to web onto Eddie, nothing comes out. He sighs, stating, "Right, yeah, okay. You seem like you got this." Man, I hate symbiote stuff. A short while later, Eddie lands in an alleyway and he says, "This is too much. I don't even know where to start." And Venom tells him, "Your heart is beating very fast. You're scared. Would you want me to alter the chemicals in your body to calm you down?" Eddie asks, "You can do that?" And Venom tells him, "We can do so many things now." Says, "When do you have wings?" Venom tells him, says, "When do we have wings? It is not our intent to scare you, so allow me to explain. Null tried to burn my connection to the light away. My connection to you. Null is attempting to absorb me into his symbiote and join his horde, but the connection was interrupted by the spider." Eddie says, "What does that even mean?" And Venom says, "Good things and bad things. We seem to have gained a new strength from our connection to the God Host and his primordial symbiote. We are now capable of so much more. It has been a very long time. We've forgotten the power that comes from our numbers. And though the process was not complete, for a brief moment we felt connected. We were not," Eddie says, "alone, I get it. So what's the bad news?" Venom goes on telling him, "The abyss, the void, Null." He stared back. "As long as we are together, Null will be able to find us, to infect us. He is coming for us, and we cannot hide." As Venom bonds with Eddie, he says, "We may know of a way to fight Null, but there is something else you should know." Moments later, Eddie crashes through the sunroof of Rex's hideout shouting for him. And Rex tells him, "I thought you were..." Eddie stops him, telling him, "We figured it out while we kept losing control. Those voices, the nightmares, every time we lost control and turned into that thing. We thought we were going insane, but we know better now. My other was just reacting instinctively."
That's what he said.
When your hand just turns upside down.
Bearing its cheek to the Alpha, the primordial symbiote that carried Null's darkness across the stars. The alley, the warehouse, the rooftop, my other is reacting to something
I would invite Justin, but
We should have seen it. It was never us. It was you. Eddie turns his arm into a giant spike, punching Rex through the head with a loud splorch. As the spike retracts, Eddie looks through the hole in Rex's head and he tells him, "Show us your teeth." Rex's voice changed and his head reforms and he shows that he himself symbiote. And he tells him, I'm sorry. Eddie says, you are part of Null's Grendel symbiote.
Nani?
Brandon.
Nani!
No.
No.
Good night.
I need to work from my ground, so.
Hi, Dad. Huh? Okay. Yeah, I did.
What do you mean, hi, Mom?
What time is it?
Justin!
I ate that one.
Justin!
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna go eat. Okay.
Okay.
Let me just.
Have you guys gotten any snow yet?
What?
You guys got any snow yet?
Gotten snow? What even is snow?
Bro. Brandon, just start a mini game and then.
Yeah, white stuff in the fog in the sky.
Brian, are you getting ammo too?
Yeah.
Okay, could you start it and then like not start it?
Yeah, I know.
Do it like 10 times.
Alright. One. Two.
Tell me the truth. Was there ever a Rex Strickland?
Three.
Rex tells him yes. Rex was my host, lost in Vietnam. He was a good man and he died out there. And then
Four.
I became him. I am him. I have been for a very long time. I didn't want to go back to Null. She was
Five.
going to lock us away, and I found something in Rex and humanity that I never knew. I could not go back. I couldn't go back to the Hive and to Null. When I sent you to save those men, I swear I didn't know Grendel was still alive. I hadn't felt its presence in so long. I thought I could be free. Null built us to hunt the light, but the light is beautiful. Rex tells him yes. Eddie says, can you hear him? And Venom says, we can hear so many new things, Eddie. Rex yells, oh God, you've made contact with Null. And Venom says, yes. He attempted to absorb us into his. Eddie stops him, stating, we stopped talking to each other through me. And then he goes on, Null said something about us when we faced it, something about him being completed and wanting to be free from his cage. What does he mean? We took the other 4 pieces of his Grendel off those soldiers and now he's going to hunt for them. If he ever gets them, it's over. Venom takes over and says, there's no other way. And he holds out his hand. Join us. Null wanted to absorb us, and as a result, he made me stronger. He unlocked a fraction of what we can become, but we are not strong enough alone to stop him. Rex tells him, I can't help you. I am. And Venom stops him, stating, remember who you are. Remember what makes our species great. We are better when we are not alone. We are powerful. We are strong. We are. Rex begins to bond with Eddie and Venom without a loud scream. Eddie finishes his sentence. We are at war. Inside Eddie's head, Rex asks Eddie if he's okay. And Eddie says, yeah. Wait, Rex? And Rex tells him, yeah, I'm here. Don't worry. Your friend's here too. He's just letting me try for a bit. If we're gonna do this, we need to get ready. This ain't my first war, and I've spent enough time in S.H.I.E.L.D. that I may or may not have borrowed a few things. We might not be able to throw lightning, but this armory should be able to bring the thunder. Venom begins grabbing every weapon that he can, bonding into his body, and he turns Eddie into a one-man army. As Eddie gets back to the rooftop of his hideout, he asks, what do we do now? And Rex tells him, we need to reconnect with the Hive and call Null to us. Eddie says, okay, what are you waiting for? And Rex tells him, I'm not, I already did it. Just then Eddie feels the presence of something and Grendel comes smashing down into the building, trying to eat him. Eddie picks himself up, hitting Grendel with an anti-symbiote weapon stored away from Rex's armory. And Grendel sticks out his neck and he bites down, nearly swallowing Eddie. Eddie holds Grendel's mouth open and Rex says that he's hanging onto these sonic grenades just for such an occasion. Rex pops the pins on them, dropping them into Grendel's throat, and a second later, they explode, throwing Eddie back. Eddie looks back and Rex says, okay, the dragon is down, the connection is interrupted. You know what that means? And Eddie tells him, yeah, him. Null pulls himself out of the body of Grendel, stating, you have something that I need. He lunges at Eddie, and for once, there's no talking inside of his head. Him, Venom, and Rex are all fighting against the end like a caged animal. Teeth, machine guns, blood, against the first god of the abyss, and that's when it hits Eddie. He doesn't know what he has to live for. Null's spine blade stab into Eddie, and Eddie shrugs off the pain, thinking that he's not sure he's a good man, or that he can ever be one. But he knows one thing. He knows that with every blow that he takes, every bone that he breaks, every drop of blood that fills his mouth, he's not ready to give into this darkness. Null rips Venom off of Eddie, throwing his body to the side, and Eddie asks, "You really wanted my other?" Several sonic grenades begin to beep, and Eddie says, "That's not a symbiote, that's a coffin." The grenades then begin to go off, electrocuting Null, separating him from Grendel and his mind from the hive. Null's face begins to deform, and he says, "No human, that's good. You ain't God." Venom begins to bond back into Eddie, and he says, "No, far from it. But I kind of figured you wouldn't be too fond of the light. You okay?" Venom tells him, "Yes. Rex protected me from the blast. I cannot hear him anymore. Are you okay, Eddie?" And he tells him no, but I'm getting there. Null begins to gather the Grendel, towering over Eddie, asking, "Do you think you won? You have no idea what I am. I am their god." Eddie braces for the hit, then he stops when there's nothing. Rex wraps himself around Null, shouting to Eddie that he knows what to do. "Open the blast doors!" Eddie turns back and he pries open the furnace door, and Rex begins to push Null inside. Rex yells to close the door, and Eddie pushes himself against it to keep it shut. He can feel Venom screaming as he presses, and it mixes with the sound of a god burning to death behind him. Venom begins to separate himself from Eddie, shouting, "The fire!" And Eddie keeps himself pressed against the door, telling Venom, "We have to hold this." The fire begins to burn Eddie, and Venom yells, "I can't protect you! You're burning alive! We can't take more of this or we will all die!" Eddie tells Venom, "Get inside of me! I'll protect you, just turn off all of my pain receptors." Venom hesitates, and Eddie shouts, "Do it!" As Venom seeps into Eddie's mouth, he says there's so much pain inside of him, he can't fix it all. "It's too much! We can't come back from this, Eddie! Just keep me alive long enough to kill this SOB." The fires begin to pour out of the furnace doors, and as Eddie begins to fall to the ground, Venom tells him, "We did it. He's gone. They're both gone. I'm sorry. It was too much. We're still connected. We should have told you." Eddie asks, "What?" And Venom tells him, "We love you." Venom pours onto the floor, and Eddie says he can't hear him. "Venom, where did you go? Venom!" And there you have it. Venom is dead. Or is he? Make sure you subscribe to see where this story is going, because it goes in a very interesting direction. It's not what you would expect, and it's not an easy Venom's back to life, because that doesn't happen. This is Comic Books, but we are beginning that journey with issue 7, the next one. So subscribe to the channel, give this video a like if you enjoy Venom, and I'll see you next time, right here.
My name is Miles Morales, and I'm Spider-Man from the
The Lego Movie Spider-Man swings in once a day, then steps up in his little mask and answers to no one.
Then you're old. Let's go! Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
Sure has everybody do.
Hermione's getting food. I'm just, you know, chilling.
Brother do fucking mistake. It was his very first college football game I've actually been to. Wow, the game is
What? Dude. Nothing's happening. I'm hitting Armani, but he's not dying. Dude! Oh, there we go.